that. I love that when that happens.
Happy 11/11.
11/11. We did it, Debbie. Yay, Debbie, you did it. Right at 11/11.
Nailed it.
Let's just say it. I love it.
That's a complete accident, actually, right? That wasn't even really intentional. That's cool.
Well, I looked down and I saw that we could go. We were chit-chatting about a question that streamed through. I didn't see the question. Denise did.
Oh, yeah. It was about the background. Marita's mirror. She had a really interesting question about background people.
Your background people, we were trying to figure out what that was. What is it?
Yeah. And then we got all, because then I read somebody else's, Indigo Chrysalis Tarot. She said, makes me think of City of Angels, Meg Ryan, Nicolas Cage. And then Debbie had to remind me the pieces. I mean, I had, it's like I remembered some of the physical pieces and she remembered most of the spiritual pieces. And then we got off talking on the song Uninvited by Alanis Morissette.
And it's on my phone right now. I love that song.
Oh, I do too. I have it too. Anything Alanis Morissette. But anyways, so we were chit-chatting about that and I looked over, I'm like, oh, it's time to go live and it's 11/11. Let's do it.
This is perfect.
So welcome, and let's hope for no power outages today.
No, yeah, I've got crazy storming wind and all that, but it's okay because at least that it's good. There's three of us because if something knocks out, then
we got backup.
We can get back in and we have backup. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, sometimes we can get back in. I've had times where I couldn't. Yeah. Yeah, don't we all love that song?
Even Melinda's saying, because we were saying that too, Melinda.
That's her color. Yeah.
Thank you, Melinda. I was telling the ladies I was a little concerned. I usually wear a lot of black, and I'm running out of shirt ideas with my Halloween stuff. So thank you for that. Appreciate it.
So her Halloween shirt today just says Happy Halloween.
It just says Happy Halloween.
Very cute.
Major. Keep it simple.
Yeah. I love orange on you. I love the color anyway. I just love it.
Great.
Oranges.
And so next Sunday is a Halloween. So I will be in costume. So Lisa will be in costume, right? Denise,
I guess I'll have to be. Yeah.
Denise into that.
I guess I get okay. If you twist my arm behind my back,
right. Sounds fun.
I think of something. I haven't dressed up since the 80s, you guys.
Perfect.
I haven't, literally.
Hell, dress up as the 80s. That can be your costume.
Oh yeah, I could do the weird hair, the big hair.
Get that Aquanet going.
Oh my God.
Pull up your whole square with hair.
I would need a wig for that. I don't know if my hair would do it. Maybe they could do something with some weird hat or I don't know. Okay. I've got a week's notice, right?
That's
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah.
We figured this out.
We all have something to think about. Because I don't know what I'm going to do either.
I will actually be in San Diego. I'm leaving on Tuesday.
Okay.
My mom, her heart stopped. And so they're trying to figure it all out. And so I'm heading out to be with her. And her numbers aren't good. So I know we have a lot of healthcare workers here, so you would know. Her heart rate's at 43.
Oh, honey.
And they can't seem, it's usually in the 80s and 90s for her. And then her blood pressure is sky high and it's usually really low. So she's kind of all backwards with that. So, so I'm heading out there. So I'll be there next Sunday for our little costume party. And I appreciate all the prayers and hugs and love from our community here for my mom.
And of course, if you need to cancel, I mean, come on.
Well, right.
I will play it by ear, but I need to be doing stuff. I'm not going to just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because you'll go nuts when you're in a situation that you can't control. that you can't work on, that you
Yeah.
can't, you know.
And I enjoy being with the family here. So this
I
is
get that.
This is
I
uplifting
totally get
for
that.
me. This is love for me to be here. They're going to put
Yeah.
in the pacer tomorrow is scheduled for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That'll probably just fix everything right up.
I hope
I've heard
so.
such good things about when people go through that it's just fine. It works. They've done it so many times.
Yeah, it's just that she's starting at a really poor point.
Oh.
So.
Well, you know, we all love you, and we'll definitely have you guys in our thoughts.
Yeah.
Keep sending her the healing prayers. Yeah.
Thank you.
Aww.
Thank you guys. But yeah, thank you for seriously. I know that all of our prayers and energy sent towards her right now, and my family and so forth. You guys are awesome.
They really work. Yeah.
Seriously, they do. So
yeah.
Anyway,
that
being said, I was going to save that to the end, but since we were talking next week, I thought,
no, let's get them out now. That's good.
Those prayers going now.
Honey, Christy is saying that her mom went through 3 pacemaker surgeries and they go pretty quick.
Yeah, the surgery themselves are quick. Yeah. It's just she's so compromised right now.
Yeah, that's what we need to shift spiritually if we can. We can, if our hearts can reach hers, and they can, of course, we can.
Thank you, Tracy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you want to share her first name, Debbie? Sometimes that helps.
It's D, so D-E-E.
D. Okay, awesome. Yes, prayers for D.
Prayers for D. Yes.
You didn't have a family like I did where my mom named everybody with a D.
Yes, they did. Yes.
Oh, for fright. Well, okay. All right.
It was the time, Denise. It was.
No, you're 10 years. You're 10 years after me. There's no excuse.
It's still
there's no excuse. It shouldn't have happened.
I know. I've got Denise. I have in our family Denise, Dennis, and Darla.
I have so D and Dave, right, for the parents, D and Dave. Then I have Dan, Darren, Darton, and Debbie.
Wow.
Dan, Darren, and Darton.
I was adopted. My real name is you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, let me guess. Gertrude?
Close. My real name was Veronica.
Oh, you're now that's way cool. Like the forensic psychic, the one with the juice that can get you where you need to find.
Veronica.
That's kind of cute.
That's awesome. Yeah.
When I was little, I'm like, why did you change my name to Debbie from Veronica?
Yeah, you can change it back if you want. It's pricey though to do it legally, but you can do it.
No, I'm just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like whatever.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same way. I never liked my name either. It never fit me. And my dad said, "Oh, the heck with that," to my mom, and he's like, "We're calling our son Bud." That's been his name, Bud.
Love that.
Yeah. And he loves Budweiser, or he used to. He stopped drinking. Hi, Ron. Hi, Unconditional Love Tarot. Hi, everyone. I saw Roland.
Hi,
Arlene.
You guys, literally, just since we've just been chatting in here with the family, I literally, you guys, I feel your energies coming in and already wrapping me up. So I appreciate that. I feel you.
It's the family.
It's the real deal. I feel very loved, and so I'm glad I'm here.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your heart is so connected to her heart. Then there we go. Yeah. Aw.
Yeah.
W to D. Yeah.
You can call me Veronica. Or Ronnie.
And Veronica.
I would have gone with Ronnie probably.
It was Ronnie. Ronnie's
cute
cool
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't do anything with my name. When I was
Lisa.
younger, I used to kind of wish my name was a longer name, and then I had a cute short name. You can't do anything with Lisa, really. It's just Lisa, right?
Oh yeah.
If it was Elizabeth, then you could call me Liz or Lisa. Lisa though.
If you lived in my house, I'd be calling you Lise all the time. I just shorten everything.
I do get Lise a lot, and I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fine with Lise. You all can call me Lise all you want.
Hi, welcome in the house.
Hey.
Thank you again, everyone, for your prayers. I appreciate it, and I will keep the community posted in my community page on how everything's going with my mom. So I appreciate those prayers.
Awesome. Good.
All right. So what's going on in the stars? Because I'm telling you what, this Mercury in retrograde had my ass in a sling.
Debbie. And you know why, honey? It's because you got Libras in your first house. Oh. So the whole coming into it and backing up in it and then going forward. Yeah. And me, it was in my 6th house of work and service and like daily detail. You guys, my alarm system that is directly connected to the fire department went off twice when I was in the shower and there was no fire.
No.
Terrible.
And it took 3 calls and me just about ready to like pull my hair out or reach for the phone and grab somebody to figure out how to take that mofo down off the ceiling. And the guy's like, just did it. I'm like, it's still beeping. I tried all that. I'm pretty handy, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I don't know how much retrograding it takes. Right? Right, Karen. Yeah. Man.
I just like that you said mofo. That's so cute.
Oh, geez. You know what I really said. But anyway.
Yeah. Denise is like a sailor. You guys, if you don't know.
Totally. But anyway, the big blessing was that I got to meet my volunteer fireman and, in the bathrobe, wet hair and all that. And he's like, it's okay. And I'm like,
What
and the second time he called me on my cell phone because my ridiculous alarm company, because I think the lady was upset that I was upset at her. And I'm like, no, don't call him again. Don't send that big fire truck out again. Because I'm the one with the firefighter mom. Right. Especially when I know they're a volunteer fire department. Yeah. They have to come from home, get in the all that. And I'm like, yeah. So anyway, she just like patched us together. She literally patched my cell phone to his cell phone, and he's like, I'm like, what? Where'd she go? And I'm talking to Kyle, whatever. So anyway,
hello, Kyle.
Long story short, it was a really good connection with him, and I promised I'd never call him on his cell phone. I told him I loved him.
Awesome.
Anyway, yeah. So, but how would just like what kind of things for you, Debbie? Crazy.
I mean, just
work
every
stuff,
little thing. Like, well, with the power going from power outages to my printer, and then you have to connect to the printer. Then my the modem issues with modem stuff. It just pile after pile, and it's not just little things. It became really big. And lights in and then, I feel like, okay, my house is haunted. I'm getting the lights coming on and off and doing all that.
Yeah.
So I fought back to retrograde. I smoked out my house with sage. I mean, I'm like, I have to. And so after that, it kind of all did do a calming down. So I don't know. It does break up that energy and kind of release. So maybe it did.
Yeah, and it's going to get better and better. It's Mimi Eckholtz. I love her. She put in the comment, that darn retro shade. Because we're still in the retrograde shadow.
Yeah.
We won't be out of the shadow until November 2nd. So
oh my gosh,
you guys, it was everything that I did had a bump and a bruise in it. Like
But,
getting up in the morning, just getting to the bathroom, there would be a trip in between. You know what I mean? It was just like,
wow.
this has gone a little over to the top.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how it was for me too. It's like you try to do something, it takes 3 times as long as it should, or
Yes,
just can't.
exactly.
Yeah. And I kept just sending lots of love into all my devices and trying to, work with it that way. And it's still. And does everyone notice during Mercury retrograde periods that we have many more updates to our devices, like or our programs that we're using?
What has been happening?
We have 111 in the house right now. So it just,
how perfect.
11.
So. How perfect. Yeah, let's open that gateway into a whole new dimension. Yeah, awesome.
No, 112, but it was.
Oh, darn it. No, don't say that. Let's let it be 1,111.
There you go. That's what we're going for.
I like that.
That'll work.
Yeah, so anyway, astrologically, we're still in this, with this Uranus opposing Vesta. We're still in this place where we're looking at what we value most, and it's safety issues, those types of things. And then we're looking more deeply into what we'll commit to. That's just still there. But for this day, for today, there's a shift where because we have Neptune and Pisces exactly squaring, well, it's within 2 degrees, but anyway, Venus in Sag. So I kept feeling this theme of, are we going to be on our spiritual path and connect to our source energy, God, whatever you call it, higher consciousness, great spirit, whatever you call it, or are we going to go in this like victim consciousness and feel like the universe is throwing us around? And if we're going to do that, it's going to be really painful. We really have to stand up and stand in our truth and say, no, I know that the universe receives me. And yeah, it can be really awful, but I can still get through it and stay connected to my love. And like you always say, Debbie, like, let your love lead the way. Love yourself through it. I kept that theme kept coming up. But then another thing too, I added in this dwarf star called Eris. It's Eris. Eris. I think it's pronounced Eris, but I get confused. I mean, my mouth says Aries instead of Eris, so you have to be careful with that. But Eris is in the sign of Aries, and that's how it felt yesterday. Yeah, it's like taking that stand, right? Yeah, but so she's connected to Neptune. It's a dwarf star, feminine dwarf star that's connected to Neptune, and she's that fierceness I was talking about last Sunday, but she's like the goddess of discord and chaos. So if things aren't going in accordance with spiritual law, she'll come in and just like and that's what we've been seeing all over the news, right?
That's right.
Steve Bannon, all this other stuff, all that stuff about Oleg Deripaska.
Yep.
News came out about finally. It's so nice to see something in like written word that comes out in the news about a dream that you get. Like I've had a dream 2 years ago about Dmitry Firtash, or I think it's Dimitro, they pronounce it. But anyway, the guy that put up all the money that went through Rudy Giuliani into Lev Parnas and Igor Fruman, like all that's coming out now,
Yeah.
Have to wait for it, right?
Yeah.
But, so that's Sunday. On Wednesday, we've got a Finger of Fate. We've got a Yod that's about healing humanity or more problems with some people. And again, that back to the movement towards truth, and then connecting to our protective, loving, strong boundaries. And then there's a square so the moon's on Friday. The moon squares, it's in a T-square between Uranus and the sun and the moon. And the moon is at this apex. So that has to do with, this courage to love, more deeply and get through, like love yourself through it. Get through those breakthroughs, because oppositions can create a breakthrough. But literally, like, that courage to stand your ground in the face of abuse, if that's coming in, if people are not in alignment with being loving towards you, go. You know what I mean?
Part of loving yourself, isn't it?
It really, really is. And you teach them. What came through really strongly for me was remembering that you teach people how to treat you. And then you also, if you allow anyone to abuse you, you're abusing their soul because you're teaching them that it's okay. And they're going to keep doing it. So there's that thing. But anyway, at the bottom of it, when I got to the bottom of it, I kept hearing Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven, but the last line, to be a rock and not to roll. Like, don't roll over for the dark forces. Be a rock, because we're all gonna friggin' die someday anyway. So what are you gonna stand up for? It's like how I feel.
Makes sense.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like that.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Thank you.
Can you feel Eris coming through me? It turns out Eris is conjunct my moon natally.
Spicy.
In the 12th house of like, okay, I'll just die. Take me out, but I'm not gonna get behind your bullshit, basically, right? Like separating children at the border from their families, things like that. Oh my God, when that happened, I was just livid.
Yeah.
That
was too much.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
I think we're all on the same page with that. I just get you fired up.
Yeah.
Dan says, "Don't poke the bear." LOL.
That's right.
I did that to a boss once, and somebody said that to me. He said, "Don't poke the bear, man. Don't poke the bear." And I'm like,
"It won't be pretty. Don't do it."
He's stealing money and he's not paying his employees. It's like I knew shit that was going on. Anyway, yeah.
Well, thank you, Denise. That is so helpful.
Good.
I love it when you share that stuff, Denise. I do.
Oh, good. Thank you. Yeah, there was way much more. For my memberships, I keep trying to do it in a half an hour, 45 minutes, and I just can't. It's every time it turns into 50 or 52 minutes. At least now, the way the transits are, it could shift later. But
what's Debbie doing? Are we touching fingers? What's happening here? What are we doing?
There's like a little fuzzy right across my
your camera. Oh yeah, that can happen. Okay. I don't see it though, honey. I think you got it, whatever it was.
I see it.
I didn't know if we were all trying to touch fingers and I don't know, activate.
Yeah.
when Lisa and the Soul Sisters and Sharon, they all kiss the camera.
Oh.
They get all right up in there close. They're like, "Oh, there you go."
Oh, nice.
All right.
I love that when Lisa does that sometimes. She's going rogue.
It could happen again. We'll see.
Yeah.
Love it. So, a takeaway from what you were saying, I don't want a train wreck, so I'll take a fender bender any day. So I want to be a part of stepping kind of back a little, so not to allow it to become a train wreck.
Good. So. Yeah. Oh, that's a great point. Yeah, because that's what the healthy ego does, right? It stops and goes, wait a minute,
Let's pause.
Take a breath.
And it gets in alignment, takes a breath, drops down, gets in alignment with your higher self, and then let your higher self guide you. Let spirit guide you. Yeah.
Real deal.
It's such a good
thank you so much for that, and I will take that with me for this next week. I'll let you know how it works out for me. But we can all report back next week, see how we did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. I think you're protected, Debbie. I don't think you're going to have any trouble. But it's just watching it happen around you, right? Sometimes it's
it's the whole out of control thing.
Yeah.
You can't control what's going on.
Right. So what do we want? I feel like either I missed some question. Did Lucian already post some questions, or did I miss that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
didn't see
see.
anything.
The only one that I saw was that one about the background people.
The
That was
background. Oh yeah. Okay.
yeah, that was the only one I saw.
Oh, she hasn't
But
yet.
I could be missing.
Thank you.
Yeah, Chris, you know what? I'll talk about the new moon next. We'll get into that next week.
Yeah, Lucian
Yeah,
said
next
not yet.
Sunday.
We will dive into that.
Yeah, it is. Let me see if I can find it for you if you want to scooch it onto your. But
Lucian said not yet.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no.
she did.
Here we go. Well, she just posted background.
There we go. Background people.
The one on the background people. Marita, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, thank
Marita's
you.
mirror. If I can find what time. I might. It's up too far. We've lost it.
That's all right.
Because it was right in the beginning but I can remember she said, are background people a real thing? Because Dolores Cannon talked about it. And then someone else brilliant, Indigo Chrysalis Tarot. That's when she started talking about, that movie with Nicolas Cage and Meg Ryan, City of Angels. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just want to pause here too for Sharon. We will all be sending your daughter prayers, love, light, healing.
Oh.
And with you.
Yes.
As you fly out and are with her, and for your mama's heart.
Yes. Beautiful.
Thank you for hanging out here with us.
Oh, let me write this down. This question for later. Tina has a question up here too at 10. Well, at your time it'll be 11:37. You want to do that one after, maybe? Background people.
Okay.
So what about the background people?
Yeah.
Are they a real thing?
Is this a real deal? Background people. All right.
Yeah.
Since I know nothing about this.
I was going to say, how are we defining background people? Just
cold reading. Let's see.
Yeah, right. It's really cold with that question. Yeah.
Ice cold. I'm sorry. We'll see that.
Crack that. What are those things that float in the ocean? And it's like, the thing that messed it with. Huh?
A buoy?
No, with the big ice glacier thing that floats in the ocean, like that took down the Titanic.
Iceberg?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So don't worry.
What's that icy berg thing? Iceberg. Nailed it. Okay, got it.
Denise, have you been taking back anything this morning? Or
no, I swear. It's just me.
That was great.
And don't worry about looking for questions because Lucian has all the questions. So
Okay, wonderful. Okay, we'll do.
All right.
See.
So background people.
Yeah, I'm just cracking up. I'm verklempt, whatever. Ice, baby. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Get me started on it. My granddaughters they did a whole skit on that. Here we are. You can click on it, Debbie, at 10:40.
At 10:40?
I'm sorry, 11:40. 11:40 for you. Yeah. There's her question.
Okay.
Are background people a real thing, like extras in a movie? Wow.
Oh. Let's see.
I'm getting a myriad of things, and that's so funny. Her name is Marita. I'm getting a myriad of things. There's layers to this.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not getting anything very specific, but I could get something to ramble on.
This is a big question.
Uh-huh. It is.
I do think it's interesting. I did get the 7 of Cups. That's the whole illusion delusion. So that was like the first card that I had.
Because I feel like we do have I feel like we do have in a sense this background people. There's this but it's not like what you would think.
Another card I got is the 8 of Wands, and I usually see this as information coming in, but I think I'm seeing this as something else. I guess there's something there, but it's not. Well, look, I got the 3 of Coins too.
Yeah, to help.
So it's like some level of assistance or something, right?
Yeah.
But then I got all these swords too. I got the Queen and King of Swords too. So I guess I'm kind of feeling this like a level of intent towards something. Definitely, a voice of some sort, a truth of some sort.
Well, and it's like our guides and your spirit team. I call them spirit team, and but there's many layers to this. But you do have your spirit team that's kind of in the background. But also remember between here and the other side is right here. It's right here. We're just in a different dimension. Does that? Yeah, is what I'm seeing. But
I mean, none of my cards are bad. My last 2 I have are the High Priestess and the Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah. No, it's all, our spirit team is to help you on your journey this time, when you're in this experience here. And so I don't know about background people per se, or if it's just different language, but I just feel like it's just the same thing as your spirit team. And they have your back. They want you to succeed and press forward. So there's your spirit team, okay, for victory this time around.
Oh my gosh, did you say victory? That was on the bottom of my deck. I was going to hold that up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I felt like that, like that 7 of Cups that you drew, Lisa, is more about looking. If you look at the images I think on that deck, it should be on all of them. Is there a veil? Because one of those cups should have like a veil.
Yeah.
And does that deck have it? Yeah.
Right
I feel like this one, right? Because that card is all about options and making choices, and all those other cups are about things that are egoic. And
I see.
because it's like the 7 sins, that's what that card was about. But that one of getting under the veil is seeing under the spirit world, getting under to get to that place where you want to be. If you think about it in terms of religion, because that's when that deck was the first right away was.
I mean, that's an excellent explanation.
Well, and then the Wands is that spirit energy coming in fast with that 8 of Wands, right?
Yeah.
You drew the perfect cards. And then you got victory too.
My only other wand card was the victory at the bottom of the deck.
They're here to help you get victory in this time around, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Luciana's saying there. Here we are. Are there actual angels walking around as background people?
Angels.
Feel that I've met at least 3 of them. That's a great question. I just got with this goofy deck, Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. You're not alone. And it talks about ancient ancestors stand beside you. So I don't know if I really like the art. Oh, this is beautiful here. It's kind of too pale of a deck for me, but the words are priceless.
Nice.
And then they come in when we need protection, and maybe they can help with some soul retrieval work when we need to. I just feel all this like
It's so funny. I
ancestral.
was just going to say, Karen.
I'd call them watch.
Karen would know.
She would know. Yeah, right.
I was just thinking that, shuffling. I'm like, well, Karen would know all about this. And there she goes.
Right.
Watchers. Yeah. So
yeah.
Absolutely. We do have that going on.
Yeah, I definitely feel like they're a spirit team. And if, and then using the empathic oracle, I feel like they'll come in when gaslighting's about to happen. They'll come in when we really need them to, in places where we're stuck. Sometimes when we're stuck, and they'll help us be more present. And they are present with us, is what I'm getting.
Awesome.
Clearly.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Hi, Kevin. I got to read with Kevin this morning on Scott's channel.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Hi, Kevin.
It was so great.
Yeah. Watchers. I like that. And that's the thing, you guys. We always have to remember that unlike the uninvited, we have to ask for help. When the watchers or when our spirit team's around, we have to ask for help because they usually won't interfere with our free will. Unless it's imperative,
Yeah.
What'd you get, Debbie? You pulled a card there from Mother Peace?
I did.
Yeah.
It's just such the perfect picture.
Look at that.
Right. In support of us.
Wow.
And this is from my deck that Spirit Whisperer sent to me. Mother Peace Tarot. And you can see the ebb and flow with that, and they're here to support and do that with us. So I love that background, people. Okay.
Yeah.
And Kevin, the energy, it was just so precious, beautiful, so easy to read with you. I felt the same way. Yeah.
Yes, Mims, I get that message. It's a good thing. Hi, Martha. Yeah, good morning. Yeah, such good points you guys are making.
Yeah.
RNA primary eye is on curing many cancers rather than vaccines. They already have that. Anybody can be cured of cancer if you have $500,000 cash. They have that technology. They've had it for quite some time. If you have between $475,000 and $500,000 of your own cash that is not an insurance company is not going to pay out for it, you can have it. Usually, unless it's time to go home, then probably nothing would work. But anyway, I'm sorry. Did I ruin the whole question?
It worked for me. Everything you said completely worked for me. I'm not even.
I'm sorry. I read a lot of science stuff.
That's an unknown yet known fact.
Okay, let's just look at the question as when can we see this coming in for us regular people?
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Right. Yeah, like my Medicare is going to cover any of that crap, right? It's like, no, I'm just going home. I'm afraid.
I don't know. Medicare is like, if you're going to have something, have Medicare, because that you don't have trouble with the. You get in the hospital for so many years. If you're Medicare, Medi-Cal, boom, you got everything, no holds back. Because
except they don't pay everything though, and they put you later on the list.
Not where I work.
Not where you work? Oh,
It was
good. I'm glad to know
long
that.
now.
Yeah.
That was the way to go. Medi, and you were like covered.
Yeah. Medi. when you're in California? Yeah. Yeah. California's way better. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, yeah. System should be the same. But anyway, so mRNA text, primary eye is on curing many cancers. Feels to me like it's all the same thing.
When are we going to see this for the Joe average?
Oh, Debbie, really? Wow. Yeah, this is a major just yes or no question right in the get-go. I was thinking of timing, but no. Will it meet its goals? For average Joe. Okay. Average Joe and Jane.
There is going to be a breakthrough, and we just have to keep after it, keep on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's some of what I got.
Okay.
I did get the Four of Wands, and I am seeing that as a team working on it. So I do think the potential's there.
Yeah.
Because I got the Magician too, kind of making things happen for that to happen. But I got the Three of Swords and the Eight of Swords. So I don't know, guys. Maybe that's just, is this all the red tape, or I don't know, financing or what? I don't know. But there is some element of disappointment. Maybe that's a time delay on it. Like it's coming, maybe.
It's coming.
I did get the Chariot. So something's coming.
Cool.
But I think these are saying it's slowing down. Pace-wise, maybe. I don't know what you ladies think.
I feel like it's in progress. I feel like it's out there, but I do have this is kind of in the present past, and it's the Death card. So I think things are shifting. Like the old ways are ending and opening up that new beginning, which it looks really good, you guys. I do have the Priestess of Cups and the Lover's card, and then the Ace of Wands. So there is going to be new things coming, new options coming out for the average Joe in regards to Cancer. And then I threw again on this other deck, and I got the Lovers again. So I really do feel that the beginning of a new harmony with this, and it's going to be beneficial. And it is a little bit of a journey, but I feel like it's going to happen. I don't know in what I'm like, I don't know if it's in my lifetime, but I do feel like it's happening. It's going to happen eventually. As far as timing, though, maybe we'll see stuff in the next 5 years start to shift, is what I just heard. The next 5 to 10 years, I just heard. So that we're going to start seeing some of this shift. Because again, we're in the season of things can't be hidden under the carpet any longer, right?
That's true.
Right.
We're going to see, like we talked about last week with the bubbling up. This is part of that as well, is what they just told me.
Good.
Look at what was at the bottom.
The Lovers. I mean, what is it? I got the Lovers twice.
That could be a meeting of the minds, like something joining together.
Wow.
Yeah, I got it. It's definitely, yes, it's out there, but it's under this huge burden right now that, which is the money and the greed, and it's painful because it blocks out people that could have, their lives could be saved. But they're going to keep working on it. But then again, this can be a card of abuse. I think we have to keep working on it so that we're not abused.
Keep on it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then some solution can come forward at some point, but it might be more in the realm of like the specialties. because the fox is all about the special, like it can be something's wrong, misdiagnosed, and all that. But then when it comes to this situation, this is a specialty, a real specialty category with this curing many cancers rather than vaccines.
Indigo got the lover's card as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Wow.
So there's some kind of joining together. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Just stare at this.
There probably would. Luciana saying, Aspie Third Eye said there probably will be a war over it. Yeah.
There could be. I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, and Big Pharma doesn't control all of it, but they're the ones being busted, and it's there are corporate hospital. I don't know how to even say the whole. I can't. It's been a while. I read this huge. Maybe it was on Frontline. I think it was on Frontline. There's this huge medical conglomeration that owns all these hospitals across the United States that have figured out how to rig the system so that people that are needing help, or you got to get to the hospital or whatever, you need surgery, it goes through them. Like they get a piece of it every time, no matter which hospital they go to, which is just,
Is it the whole hospital network thing? Like here, there's a system.
That's it. That is exactly the problem.
There's like 6 hospitals here. They're all under the same system.
Yeah, which is why they when my son had a skateboarding accident when he was 13. Well, that's so weird. He was 13, and they charged $13 for every Band-Aid they pulled out that time in the ER. And this was back in the 80s,
Well, I mean, I worked on ambulance. We take you, 5 miles from your home to the hospital. You get home with a bill for like $1,500 because we gave you oxygen and some gauze. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Weird.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the system needs to be changed, but we know.
It needs
get
to
me
be
started on the mileage. That was ridiculous too.
Oh,
they charge per mile.
Yeah, we need a not-for-profit system.
Shoving your loved one in the backseat of your car and getting there.
Martha's saying she's sorry she has to step out. I'll be back. Veronica, Denise, and Elizabeth. I love it.
That's cute.
Yeah. Gina's saying hi. Hi, Gina. Gina's here.
Daylight robbery. That's a good way to put it, Shield Maiden.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, and for entertainment purposes only. Sorry, all ambulance CMSE people. I'm like ratting you out.
No, it's okay. Yeah.
No, we already know, Lisa. You're not ratting anybody out.
Okay.
No, not at all. Yeah.
And this is how my ex dealt with it. He got hit and ran over, but on his motorcycle, hit and ran over by the car, and everybody was there, and he refused the ambulance.
Wow!
Oh.
I took him to the emergency.
And he can do that too, as long as he was conscious. All he's got to do is sign that. Yeah.
His leg was
refusal.
flat, but he was conscious.
You got to leave him there.
Get it.
Oh, that's painful. Oh, all right. Okay. New Jersey governor race. Will Murphy win again? Okay.
Will Murphy win again, or will the New Jersey. Murphy.
I'm like thinking, do I allow for reversals with a question like this? And I'm looking, are all my cards straight up? It's like, that's the trouble with the tarot. Anyway. Yeah,
Karen,
we're all straight up here. Okay.
Sharon sent you a message on the thing. Don't want you to miss it.
Oh, I have to go. Thank you. What, Karen? What do you say? Aw. Thank you, Karen.
Blessings, Karen, giving you a big
Thank
hug.
you. Yes. Have an awesome day. Wonderful week.
Oh, bye, Karen. Sorry, guys. I'm so late.
Oh no, when you're focused on it, I
She's
know
been
it's like
gone for 2 hours, and I'm like, bye, Karen.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah.
She'll be
Well,
posting. I feel like she's posting this week on her channel, so we all have to keep a lookout for her.
okay. Oh, she is. Yeah. I think I saw that. Okay. Wonderful. Will do. Yeah, she will be posting soon. Okay, soon. Yeah, I have you in my. Yeah.
Yay.
Awesome.
Yay, Karen. Karen's back.
Karen's
Okay.
backing down.
Back in town.
Backing down.
So how will Murphy do? This New Jersey governor.
Well, I feel victory around him, so.
Yay.
But maybe not. Let's take a look at this.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, I'm not getting the card. I see a victory. Maybe it's too soon. Is he running against a woman? Wow.
I don't know, but this first card I got. Something coming through really fast after, but then again, this could be the feminine vote for him, right?
Oh, yes, I like that.
There's that possibility, and moves through really quickly. My problem is I got this in the middle.
Well,
but followed by the Ten of Cups. So what is it? Is it a painful ending over for the happy family? I mean, what, man? And then
I'm feeling kind of all over the place with this reading as well.
Oh.
How about you, Lisa?
Well, I got interference. I got the Eight of Swords.
Okay.
But I did get I don't know why I got the Hermit. I'm not sure how to explain that one. But hang on to that thought. I did get the Queen of Cups, which is the therapist, and I got the Two of Wands. In this deck, it's Dominion. And I do see this as he has some element of control with the Dominion card. But I don't know what the therapist is. And when I usually get that card, it means somebody's got something to say. Somebody's got, I don't know. Is he a very outspoken person? Do we know?
I don't know him, but apparently he's the most LGBTQ friendly governor New Jersey has ever had.
Well, maybe he's very outspoken.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Well, let me see what the next card.
That would go with this card. That makes sense.
I don't think he's gonna get it, guys.
I mean,
man. When is it happening?
Now I got the Death card.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, let me just use a yes and no and see.
I just don't know.
When is this happening, you guys? Because sometimes things shift in between, and that's why we get all these mixed cards. One cancels the other one out, that kind of thing, and then a week later, everything's completely different. So,
should I try a different deck? Are you all Are we diving super deep on this?
Okay, I just want to show you what I have, and maybe I'm reading it wrong, but I have the lightning bolt, which is kind of like a tower to me, and we have a new king on the block coming in, a new king, a new star coming in because of this. And so it might not be fair. There might be something with that. There also might be some stuff coming out against him that kind of throws him under the bus to allow that new king to come in. I don't feel like this is all fair, though. Would that make sense?
Totally. That totally makes sense. I get there's some decision that can happen, and then I've got these two cards, you guys.
Yeah.
This is awesome when it comes to a yes.
Oh, it is?
But this is a no card.
Oh,
yeah.
I was reading them as tarot cards. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. No. No first, yes. But maybe this one's about a decision. And then we get the yes.
Oh,
So
okay, well, hopefully.
this could be some dangerous information that comes out on him, but then and when push comes to shove, this is the end result. I don't know.
Maybe that was the interference and death card I had.
Oh, yeah. Some interference that created a big change, and then
a shift at the end of something and beginning of something. The new person coming in or whatever. Well, I don't know. Jeez. Oh, geez. Yes, it's a tough one.
Yeah, it's okay.
But your card made it more clear, though.
Okay, so I do feel like there's some information going to come out. There's information coming out against him. Like they're pulling something out of the hat. So I don't know. Ugh, I don't know.
It's weird.
Well, hopefully there's some time to clear all that up. Connie has a really good question here.
Well,
yeah.
We'll have to wait for.
Maybe that should be revisited, you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think the time's not. I could be wrong. Or maybe I'm just not as. Connie's got a great question about how Biden's meeting with Sinema and Manchin at his house today, and Chuck Schumer's attending. It's probably happening right now. I don't know, but I would love to know what is Biden going to say to them.
Yeah, how will Biden meeting with Schumer and Manchin go today?
God,
I want to know what he's going to say to them. I'm going to read on that.
Okay, so everybody in New Jersey, get out there and vote. Start telling everybody. Yeah. But I don't know about this news that keeps coming out. So
yeah. That scythe card could be like a harvest that can come through. But I was asking yes or no. But I did get 2 yes cards out of the 3.
Well, there you go. So hopefully we'll hold on to that.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Nailed it.
We're done.
We'll see.
How will Biden? Because literally, when I first looked in, it looked like a ticket tape parade thing. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, it looks like a win to me. But then all the cards were.
I was hearing you say that, and when I was putting my cards out, I was like, yikes. I'm not going to sound anything like what Debbie's saying.
And then I, throwing 3 times, and they all came out with something's coming out. It's gonna.
Yeah.
I should have played out the ticket parade longer. I only sat there for a second. Anyway, okay. How will Biden meeting with Schumer and Manchin go today? Biden's meeting with Schumer.
Love it. Oh yeah, baby. I was asking, what is Biden gonna say to Joe Manchin? How about this EpiPen scandal with your wife and daughter that were in on it?
Ooh.
That stole a lot of money of goods and things that could help America move forward, right? And why'd you take all that money, you big fat pig? And
I saw that big fat pig was on that card.
Right. It's like, why? This is like a major overindulgence. And then, what was your goal? What was your target? And maybe I should talk about how you stole. Maybe that information should come out unless you do what we say.
Well, there you have it.
That's Joe Manchin. Now I want to see what will he say to Kirsten Sinema. So they all have the same dirt we have on them, They know.
I know.
Right?
Exactly. You would think they would, but then we knew about Rudy a billion years ago, and he didn't seem to know about himself. He kept doing shit.
You're
Well,
correct.
maybe
Yeah,
he'll
but
say no.
that's
He'll say no because, again, I'm not the smartest teacup in the pantry, but
yeah. Cinema's in that meeting too. Oh, in France, gathering fun. I don't know. Here, let me look. I could have sworn that's what I heard.
Oh,
Unless maybe she doesn't show.
50 Shades. Did you get my email? All right. Let's see. Wow.
Why am I not getting anything about it? It's got to be somewhere. You guys help me out here.
what you got?
Well, yeah, let's see what you got.
No. I mean, I don't have anything looking online. Why?
Oh,
We should know who's going to his house. I know for sure it's Joe Manchin and Chuck Schumer, but I could have sworn Kirsten Sinema's in there, or Kristen, or whatever her name is.
Let's see.
Because they're the two that are just screwing everything up, right? She's been bought and paid for by all the corporations, and Joe Manchin's in bed with Big Oil and anybody else that'll take him. They're just both these people are just a bunch of hoe bags, man.
Biden hosts Schumer Mansion
Thank
in
you.
Delaware.
Schumer, Manchin, no Kirsten Sinema in there?
I don't see her.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Connie. Yeah. Thank you, Lisa, for looking at that.
Sure.
Cinema's in France. Okay. So she bailed. Wimp. What a wimp. What the hell is she in France for? Biden is going to Europe right after, so why couldn't she hang back for a while?
Well,
Jeez.
I am looking.
Hold on.
yeah, I have cards. I'm just staring at them.
Sometimes, it takes a while to get the message to come through. Cinema's fundraising in France. Right. Oh, man. Oh, these people.
Well, I do feel like it's going to be a successful meeting. How's that? Okay. And I do. Yes, Debbie, thank you. Things are much better. Love you. Thank you. Oh, good. You had me worried 50 Shades when I didn't hear back from you. So that's good. Hugging you. All right. So I feel like it's going to be a good meeting. This is the theme, resurrection. Bringing it all. And I have the rainbow and the island. So in this reading, I feel like it's a good thing.
It's a good island this time.
It's a good island this time. They're going to be resurrecting. They may have been on their own island with thinking, but I feel like they're going to pull it together. And however, that being said, it's going to be a little bit. And this is the card I was looking at, the claw. So those of you who have the deck of character, the claw is like a struggle, but you're getting there. Don't worry, you're fighting through. You're going to get through. It's all about survival. So they're going to get through. Okay. And have that open door. I threw 3 tarot cards on this as well. And the center of it is the devil. However, on either side of it, you have vision, bringing the new vision in over old ways, and then the breakthrough. So,
did you get the Ace of Swords? I got the Ace of Swords.
Yeah. So I feel like truth is going to prevail. There's going to be a breakthrough today in this meeting. And so I'm very happy to see that card.
That's good. Yeah.
Wow. Yay. Go ahead, Debbie. I mean, Lisa, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, Well, I got the Two of Pentacles, which is change in this deck. So seeing that as a change in a good direction.
Oh, yeah.
So feeling about that. I did get the Works, Three of Pentacles. I think that's just pretty much the meeting. I think that's the three of them.
Together, yeah, bringing it together.
Now, I did get the Ten of Swords, though. But remember, I had the Ace of Swords, too. But I did get the Ten of Swords. So maybe this is, your claw that you had.
Oh, yeah.
The equivalent of your claw, maybe. And then I got the Knight of Swords. And I got the Fool. And in this deck, the Knight of Swords is the Game Master. So maybe this is kind of, maneuvering.
He's the
catching them off guard a little bit,
He's the one with the vision. He's the visionary. He's that the Three of Wands too. Yeah.
So
Catherine, welcome. Catherine Bush in the house.
Hi, Catherine.
That's all I've got.
That's great, though. So I asked, how's it going to go for us as Americans once this thing is done with this meeting? So I got the 45 card, but with the key. So it could be that this could be about COVID. There's some solution that helps with COVID, but then maybe some information will be coming out that is a solution, because this has to do, of course, with 45, right? And what he stole, all the thievery, the grifting that he's still doing, all that. And why would two Democrats be influenced by that party is what I'm wondering. And then where's your goal, kind of a thing. So, but this is a goal for us, right? We want, hey.
From Norway.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, get on board or else. Yeah, I think you're right, Holly. These three cards to get, hold on, let me do it this way. Because the key is thin. Maybe we can get the images better. No. I'm sorry, you guys. Hold on. If I can, let's just drop them all on the floor. I feel like there's a little story here, for us. I'm feeling like it's possible that there can be some recovery with that key in the middle, around the sickness. Because this is this sick situation that we've been sitting in. And there can be some resolution around all this grifting and thievery. And because this is what Joe Manchin's been doing and Kirsten Sinema, they've just been grifting off. They're acting like Democrats, but they're saying they're Democrats, but they're acting like Republicans and just grifting off of America and anybody else they can get the money from. But we have goals that are much different. And as Americans, we can come together and be that solid. And the news, I think, is going to bring out this is a card of good news, because people are watching what's going on, and we've had it. We want peace. We want wisdom, ruling. This is a peaceful card. So this is, I think, what's coming in, where we have some prosperity that moves across the land, and we're all committed to it. This is a really good ending.
It is. I love it.
Yeah. How many cards do I need to tell the story, right?
That was at least 55 cards. It was great.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
I nailed it. I enjoyed every card.
Nailed it.
And then with the deck of character, I got just the house, right? How about the Senate under construction, right? And then with these two cards together, because it was those three, we're talking women's rights, reproductive rights. It's Roe v. Wade passed in the 60s. It takes precedence. Let's don't go backwards with something like that. Right. So I think there's this river of things that are going to a graveyard. Right?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
A river of stuff.
It's going to go to the graveyard. Yeah.
All right.
Because it needs to.
Chris Wickens said 56. Laugh out loud.
Wait, what's 56? What did I miss?
That's what you said.
Oh, 56 cards. 56 cards. Yeah, sorry.
No, that was great.
Storybook
Yeah,
Oh my goodness. Maybe I could have just drawn one tarot card that would have given me the whole thing, but no, I got to do it the hard way, right?
No, you did fine.
I did. Oh, does a future hold promise for psychedelics as a cure for mental disorders? Okay, cool.
I'm not sure about cure, but I do know that it does help in therapy, and they've been doing that since the 60s. 50s.
Very experimental, yes.
Yeah. And in the shamanic realm, Denise, take all the cards you need to do. Okay, thank you, Chris.
That's right.
In the shamanic, they've been doing ayahuasca journeys for years. I mean, yeah. And then some people will mix MDMA and ayahuasca together, and do these deep spiritual soul journeys to try and figure out what their karma is and try and heal it. So for discovery, the process of discovery.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, and so this question, Jess, it's very promising. Any of these types of things are very promising as far as mental disorders and so forth. But again, revamping what mental disorders are. Understand that we have the DSM, what is it, 6 now? When I started in this field, it was the DSM-3, DSM-4, and being gay was in it.
Yeah, in the beginning,
that was a mental illness. So understand that we're just humans making up these disorders and like this, and this is not in the social norm. So we're going to put it in the DSM as a mental disorder.
Oh my God.
I feel where the change is coming with this is understanding that a lot of the things that we have, like being empathic.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's schizophrenic, right?
Yeah, you have
total schizoid.
You're just like, that there's so many ranges of mental. Yes, you guys, for sure. Yeah. I just feel happy announcement. The deck of characters is now available on pre-order.
Oh, they're smart.
Yay.
Excellent.
Thanks to you. Thank you.
Thank you,
awesome.
Catherine.
Yay. Oh, thank you, Catherine. Oh, thank you.
All that to say is that we need to revamp what is actually a disorder. And that's what's happening with these psychedelics too. And like some of these journeys that you're talking about, Denise, is finding out, oh, this isn't a disorder at all. This person's really empathic, or this person's really actually a seer, or this or that. So what we say is a mental disorder, if you went to another part of the world, would say you're enlightened.
Right. Exactly.
So it's a lot of that changing.
Right.
And then, the sensory issues, signs of empaths and starseeds. Exactly, Terry. Exactly my point.
Oh, beautiful.
I feel like that's going to be part of the change as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jess, you're onto something here.
Yeah.
I'll get off my soapbox.
No, that was perfect.
No, hop right back on there. That was good stuff.
Yeah. You reminded me that I did one ayahuasca journey in like 2004, 5, no, probably 3. And I'll never forget just sitting there, and it's like I was in the middle of like a galaxy, like the galaxy was spinning around, around me, like I was in some kind of cosmic whatever. And the shaman that was holding space for me, I could see him like right in front of me. I was on this like roller coaster, like old thing. But I could see him like right there holding a candle, like, I'm right here for you, no matter where you need to go, whatever. And I'm like, whoa. I didn't throw up or do anything weird like most people do, but I just, and I didn't get anything. I just got, the universe spinning around me because I probably had done enough karmic work.
Good for you.
It was,
I'm just going to throw this up so I don't forget it before it goes away. But before we move on, I do feel like there's a big change coming in our belief system regarding mental illness. Okay. So I do see that they're going to punch through our tunnel vision on it. So changes with that is coming.
I threw 2 cards. I got the 2 of Wands and I got the Knight of Swords, and I see that as just aggressively researching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those changes. I love that.
Yeah.
Great cards for
Yeah.
that. I mean, the deck you chose is good pictures.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, because maybe that's what you were supposed to see, Denise.
Yeah.
Our astrologer. Right?
Yeah. So I got the 8 of Cups first. This feels to me like I don't see it as much as a walking away card. I feel it's more like the taking self-responsibility card. And I feel like other people will literally hike up into the mountains and go hang out with a shaman or go wherever they need to go to take self-responsibility for the fulfillment of their own soul and to help heal relationships as well. And yeah, the Wheel of Fortune, man, right?
Times are changing.
We create our own reality.
Yep.
Make your own world turn. Right.
I'm not saying that all mental illness is not. I do believe there are.
Oh, yes.
There is an illness that.
Yeah.
But
they're politicians now.
Politicians.
Oh, man.
Okay. All right.
So Kamala Harris.
Good question, Jess. Good question.
Yeah.
Says I still talk to trees. Well, there's your medicine right there.
Yeah, totally. And they can hold a full conversation. Yep.
For
That's
sure.
right, Melinda. Yeah.
All right. Age of Aquarius. Yes,
Mhm.
Age of Aquarius.
And with Neptune and Pisces.
Betsy.
Hi, Betsy.
It's the season of stacking wood, Betsy. For
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, gotta get it done when you can.
Yep. Right before it gets bad. Or not bad. Whatever. No. How is Kamala Harris doing? Okay, so we read on this a little bit this morning, and it was interesting. This morning when we read on, coming out of a time of, I feel like she's getting her footing now. So she's just stepping in and getting that footing, strong footing. She's doing well. She's coming out of a season, however, of where she may have had an illness or whatever is going on with her. But that season is coming she's stepping into her own now. She's getting that firm footing. So things are looking up with her.
Okay.
And I'll throw some cards, but that's what I was tapping into this morning.
Great. I've got 3 of Cups, so but I didn't allow for reversals, but it's okay. So 3 of Cups has to do with, of course, people coming together, especially other women supporting her in this community of a loving celebration that, yes, we have a Black woman as vice president, finally, right? And we love it. But then here she's trying to make decisions. She has options.
You sound like me. You sound like me.
Decisions.
Let's put
Decisions.
amidst the distortion that may be happening, right? I think she's trying to figure out what to focus on most in order to, literally get under that veil that can help America the most. And she's definitely looking forward. She's put a lot out there, but I don't know that things have totally come in yet because this is in her challenge position. But then we have the Magician. So she has tons of tools at her disposal, and she has the brains to do it. And then just like you said, Debbie, look at this.
Oh, yep. Staying on time. She's getting firm footing.
Oh, which one's that?
Seven of Wands.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Taking a firm stand. She's taking her stand. She's like, back off, bitch, if you come towards me. Yeah, I can imagine how she feels about Kirsten Cinema or any of these other, you know.
Well, I got two cards that I guess might reflect, whatever it was that Debbie was saying about her overcoming something, because I did get the Four of Swords and the Six of Swords. It's like, I guess she's had to have some time to heal.
Yes, that's what I got this morning.
Oh,
There you go. Right on.
yeah.
But I did get the Two of Cups, and I got the Two of Coins. So,
yeah.
I mean, the twos and all that, but I think
That's
she's I think she's starting to, like you said, kind of get in there, a little bit of a balancing act, getting her little feet wet, and she's definitely working with either a team or one other person or whatever to start getting in there and really doing something. But I did get the Five of Wands, and I don't know if that means that she's experiencing a little bit of frustration, like she's not doing things fast enough, like maybe whatever the health thing was, it kind of slowed her down, and she's just a little frustrated. She's like, okay, I'm ready to play, put me in.
Yeah.
So,
I'm ready to play.
I'm ready to play, put me in, coach. So I got the Emperor, and I got the Nine of Wands too, and these are just good cards.
That's excellent.
She's ready to get out there.
Yeah, that's probably Joe Biden helping her out, and that's
Joe.
excellent.
Yeah,
possibly, helping her with the defense, the battle.
I love it. Beautiful cards.
Yeah. Oh, Biden. Chris says she thinks Biden is grooming her. Yeah. Wow. I love that.
So
I'm sorry, Debbie.
What I was seeing was, you remember back in the day, and I don't know if they have them anymore, but those on the playground, and they had these things that just spun around, and you would jump on and hold on to the spinning thing. Remember those?
Yeah.
That's her jumping into her VP role after all the madness over the past 4 years. And so she stepped into that chaos. Can you imagine stepping on one of those that are moving, and then you have to get your get in there and do your work, but you're spinning like this? You know? That's what but that's slowing down for her. She's really stepping into her own now, just like they were saying. And she's bringing it, guys. This means she's bringing it. She is making decisions. She's signing things. She's getting things done. And I love it. The world, it's now time. The world, the timing is now, the world in trust. So I feel like she's in the right position. The world trusts her, and so forth. So that's what I'm seeing there.
Very nice.
Yeah, in a good place.
Right.
That's how she's doing. All good. We love her.
I would, I would love to see. Holly is saying she's going to be the next president. I would love to see that.
That'd be awesome.
Definitely.
She will redefine the job of VP for sure.
Yeah, right. Because usually they don't have much power, but I can't imagine her sitting back for that.
And usually they don't really do much.
Yeah.
Or the last one did anyway.
Yeah.
And they don't care. It's like people will pick, well, Obama didn't do that, but they'll usually pick a vice president that won't, interfere in any way.
Yeah.
And we know, of course, Trump picked Pence just for the evangelical vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good questions today, guys. And so now we can move into what we got cut off last week.
Oh, forgiveness.
Forgiveness. Our topic today. The topic today, let me go ahead and take this down really quick.
Those were good questions.
Great questions today, you guys. Way to bring it.
Yeah.
Way to bring it. We love that. So moving right along into our spiritual part of the Sundays, 11:11 on the couch. Let's all hang out on the couch now. We're gonna talk.
Girl, I'm here.
Yeah. I can't wait. One day we'll all be on the same couch. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
So thank you, Arlene. So last week we started talking about forgiveness and how we all have been faced with these types of challenges in our life where we've been faced with whether to move the energy into forgiveness or hold on to bitterness. So, and that is our human right to choose one of those. Okay. That bitterness turns into hate, turns into chronic anger, turns into displaced anger at others, turns into poison to your body, where your body starts having those issues and chronic issues that happen with that. But still your choice. Now, if something happens to you, an injustice of any level and any kind, and the family here, you all know what I'm talking about. It can go to the gamut, up and down where this can be. It can be the smallest thing to the biggest injustice against you. Now, even in the smallest, even in the biggest, we have a choice of how we're going to move this energy. We've been given a gift from spirit, from source, and that is the gift of forgiveness. Now, what does forgiveness mean to you? Is it something that you are just letting go? I mean, you're just saying, I forgive you in this human experience that we're having. I forgive this situation. And then from there, what are you going to do with the rest of this? That's okay, because you can say, I forgive you, but doesn't mean I trust you, doesn't mean any of those other things. Forgiveness is a whole different thing. Forgiveness is where you're letting it go from your soul and handing it back to them or to the situation or whatever. You're taking it and you're saying, I refuse to store this in here and make it power over me. I'm taking power over it and I'm handing it right back to you. And I am going this way. You can have that. We all have our own stories with that. And I'm going to go ahead and put this up here so it doesn't go far. I kind of want to hear from you guys. Anything that you have recognized in your own lives, Denise and Lisa and everybody here, where you've kept it too long and you've noticed, like you kept on to it because it energized you for a minute. And that's okay, you guys. If you get angry and something, and that's good, feel that, push it through. And then when it's time to release, because you don't want it to cling on and start being poison in your own self. Yeah. Do you guys have anything to add to the subject? It doesn't have to be.
I will say, I mean, I'm thinking I've got several scenarios running through my head, but the way you described it was perfect because I always see forgiveness in my head almost like a cartoon. It's like a ball of energy. You get all that negative little ball of energy is coming toward me and it's coming. And instead of catching it and hanging on to it and taking it with me, I just see myself just throwing that right back in the direction of wherever that originating source is, whether it's a person, a situation, an incident, whatever. But I have a very unique tendency, which is probably not very healthy. I'm really good at walking away. When those things happen to me, I really have this weird innate ability to be like, okay, that pissed me off.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this. And then off I go. But the healthy thing to do is to really think really hard about, could that have been resolved? Was it that kind of a thing? You know, was there poor communication? Was it that kind of a thing? Or will I learn the next time it happens? Did I at least take away some good tips for the next time, if there is a next time? But in general, I almost don't deal with forgiveness just spiritually. A lot of it is in my actions, because I always think the best way to give the big FU is to do well. Do well in what you do. You know,
Yeah.
just show that you were able to overcome whatever that was, and you're in a better place now, you know, with whatever it is. So,
Yeah.
like I said, my way is not the right way, but that's the way I've done it before. But I don't know. Let me think more on it, and let Denise talk about her.
Oh, I'm just agreeing with everything. I mean, you guys, I have Saturn retrograde in Scorpio, so I can walk away. That's just, but in my personal relationships, I've tended to do the best I possibly could for as long as I could. It's to the point, you know, to where it gets to the point where it's like, no, they finally did something that was so, you know, awful that I had to walk away. And then, like you were saying, later on you get wiser and you can walk away quicker. But the holding on to it part, I felt for me it was like in waves. Like the first wave was the healthy anger that would come through to say, no, you know, I'm going this way, we're done. And the thought of forgiveness didn't even come through until later on. But then later on, of course, it's like you don't want to hold on to anything that makes you feel unhappy, right? So, you know, that's the thing. Then again, on some other levels, I've gotten through the places where, like, wait, what's my part in it? Like I talked about last Sunday, we went on ad nauseum about, you know, things like that, or at least I did, I should say. So then when I found my part in it, then it's like, oh, now I have to forgive myself. And that was the hardest. So recently, like the last several years, I got to the point where I realized, wait, why shouldn't I forgive myself if I know I'm not going to do it again? Like, that's always the question for me, is like, would I do it again? Like, would I get involved in that again? Or, you know, because I've never ever been one of those types of people that just try to get even and just get back at them. Like revenge is just
Oh,
not.
no, not that kind of stuff. No.
That's not.
When
I've
I say
never
throw
engaged
back,
in
it's
that.
all. It's just me not
Yeah.
wanting to take that with me. It's not, you know,
Yeah.
let me do this to you. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew you both meant that. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. So those dynamics didn't happen for me, and I also would just walk away and not like, because I don't want that in my body either. I don't want that in my heart. I don't want that anywhere, you know, near me. But then I would notice I would revisit, you know, there's like waves because, like, you know, opportunities for the person who did me wrong, like pay me back the money or whatever, came and they didn't. And it's like, oh, and you still want to be friends. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Okay, well, I think I'm really done now this time, you know.
Yeah.
And then then it's like, well, wait a minute, I'm the one that lent them the money anyway, whether or not they could pay it back. So I had to like forgive myself for getting into that whole thing, and like, why even get into that tangled ball of whatever. So I got to the place where it's like, no, I've had to learn. A really hard lesson for me was to wait to respond. Like, don't just jump and rescue somebody just because my heart wants to, or my head wants to, or those two together, but just wait and see, because maybe it wouldn't be best for them, and maybe it wouldn't be, and if it's not best for both parties, then it's not a good thing to do.
Right.
So, but anyway, it's like, you know, if I truly know I won't do it again, there's no reason to not forgive myself. That's the only little piece I have.
In the last few things you said reminds me of like the whole enabling factor, where you do want to help people a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, well, you know, maybe I'm helping you a little too much right here. You need
to
learn, you know? So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All those codependency, dependency dynamics.
Yeah.
It's like healing 101.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying great stuff in the chat. I'm looking at everything.
Yeah. Just a lot of wonderful things coming through the chat. I feel this conversation has to be open and continual.
Yeah.
Because we're always facing on a daily something new that we have to kind of surrender and release. And whether it's because, again, we stepped into the years of pulling things out from underneath the carpet, and that includes us. And wherever those things, and if the universe is bringing it to light, spirit's bringing it to light, it's a continual kind of a releasing and bringing that forgiveness piece in it, into it. What was it? I forget what I was going to say. Something along the lines of, I mean, there's just so many great comments, and
I know.
And talking about kind of releasing it to the universe instead of releasing it back to that person. I think that's an individual wherever you're at with it. But yeah, if you're in that place where you can just go, you know what, that person's on there. I'm going to go ahead and just release this back to the universe. And that's good as well.
What always helped me was to get inside of the place where I realized they were in my life for a reason, to help me heal something deeper inside that I needed to confront, like, and so then at the end it turns into a thing of like, there's nothing to forgive, because I went through the experience I needed to go through.
Exactly. Just like Tracy's bringing up right here. And this is a very good point. For those of us who may be stuck with something and go, it was just unforgivable. You don't know what I went through. You don't know what they did. I understand you and I hear you. And we are all hugging each other. We're linking up right now. But understand that we also asked for some of these things to happen, as some of these challenges, so we could grow as people. And so that person that was in your life to bring these challenges in, we're only honoring what the request of bringing that through for you in this time we have here. That being said, don't get mad at me yet. There are some who overstep. They overstep that contract. And so in that, that's where sometimes we get stuck in that pain and that unforgiveness, because we're not prepared. We don't understand how to face this challenge, because they overstepped they way overstepped what they were supposed to bring in. And they broke the contract that way. Right. So,
I was actually going to say something, completely flip it around, which might piss people off, but sometimes we are the challenge. I might have been a challenge for somebody.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not all just us saying what all has happened to us. It's like, okay, I was probably placed in somebody's world for a reason. And they're sitting around going, wow, she was a piece of work, So, yeah. I mean, that goes both ways,
For sure. I mean, we're
I've made my mistakes that way too. Definitely.
And then that's where I have to forgive myself a lot. I have to forgive myself more often than I actually forgive other people. I do feel like I do that a lot.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes it's really hard to like rise above it. And like in hindsight, I think I would have done the best if I could just pretend they were my daughter or son and I was their mom. And how would I have handled it then? But it doesn't work that way when you're in like a couple of ego clashes together. You're in that dualistic thing of this baloney of like, who's right and who's wrong, or why are you trying to make me bad? That kind of thing. But it's just
it's such a different walk of healing too. As far as if you're the one who's being forgiven, or you're the one forgiving. I have to say, it's harder for me to be on the end of the one that needs to be forgiven, and the shame and the understanding of my role in something that could have, hurt somebody. I always say unintentional. I would, most of us here as healers and empaths, we just so unintentional that we'd ever want to hurt somebody, but we are in this experience and it happens.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I have to say that's a tough one.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Andrea has a good comment here. This is the other polarity of it that we have to be careful about. Victim shaming is danger. Yeah. Yeah. That's where my heart went to, is like, well, what about when these atrocious, just these horrific traumas happen to children, right? Yeah. That's a whole different, that is a completely different.
Again, so many levels to this. But to keep the conversation open and aware, so it doesn't create strings of bitterness into your body and mind and heart and soul, to keep you trapped. And this is why I wanted to bring this up. This is the season. Let's release some of this. Let's recognize some of this. And let's step out of anger. Let's step out of hate. Let's step into love. And some of these tools are helpful in that just understanding that part of this is something that we contracted in for us to face the challenge. That helps go, oh, okay, thank you for that huge challenge. Blessings, and I forgive you in this human place, and release that. For those of us who are facing things that the person may have overstepped their contract, which happens a lot, that's when you can go in and release that contract. You say, I release you from any contract of challenge that I brought you in with. I release you and set that free. And then you can step into forgiveness then. So if that's a stuckness for you, that's something you can do as well.
I've loved everything everybody's been saying in the chat.
I know. See, a bunch of experts. I love it.
So cool.
Preaching to the choir.
Aww.
Anyways, it was something that I felt that Spirit was bringing in pretty strong over the last few weeks. So let's do this. Let's grab on. Let's be those forgivers, and let's set some of that stuff free from us, and see how it responds in your body.
Well, it gives you, because, the life force is like all one energy current. And when you forgive, it frees up more life force to go in the direction you need to go, or to work with the things you need to work with. And definitely.
I love that you came up with this topic, Debbie.
Yeah.
Well, I have to think.
Perfect.
My Spirit team.
Yeah.
Thank you, Spirit team. Again, the Spirit team.
They're right. They're right in alignment with this. They're right there.
The best.
Okay, so Suzanne, this is exactly what I'm talking about. And when it's not part of your contract, that's where you take that person who overstepped their contract and you literally sign and release them from that contract. And then what I've seen and what I've experienced myself as well, you're able to step into that forgiveness zone and kind of set that free and away from you.
Yeah.
But I feel like Suzanne, you're not alone.
No. And I've had those experiences where I got clear that the contract was done, but I still wasn't done with the relationship, and I had to hang in there a little longer, trying out a different angle, because it's all a spiraling in process into your core to get everything clear. And if you're stuck at one little juncture, you're not done until you're done, but you can suffer longer than you need to if you can't let go. So, I have so much compassion for when that happens.
Yeah.
It can be challenging.
Because Ron's saying he just talked about this last night.
Oh.
So I feel like this is in the air, guys. And for some reason, we weren't supposed to talk about it last week because we got shut down. And this week is the week. So let's grab onto it this week.
We did. Lisa and I talked about it a lot.
We're waiting for you with us, Debbie.
We were waiting. Yeah, we were waiting for your wisdom. And I know there's more. I feel like the more we talk about it, and we talk about it together here, in the chat, I feel like it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. Acceptance and peace cannot happen. And that's another thing too. I got really clear that two really important relationships that family relationships that came through for me this lifetime was because of something they did to me in my past lifetime, and I did not forgive them. I went to my death not forgiving them. So of course I would incarnate with them again this lifetime to revisit that and get to that place where I could, it's like,
I need to
okay.
totally look more into my past life stuff. I have not done that at all.
Well, just asking dream time and meditation. I'm all for getting your own information and not having anybody tell you.
I do learn a lot from my dreams. That's for sure.
But some people can get you like right in that perfect, like with the tarot and astrology, and I'm sure Debbie can with her channel. Like, they can get you in that area, in that arena, and then you get the details.
That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for having this conversation, ladies, and thank you to our family here. Just incredible how we can come in, link together, and create change like this, and that's what we're doing here.
Yeah.
I feel good.
Right?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So, I'm not sure. It's always my job to forgive others for what they do. I have no time for anything else. Oh my gosh, spirit. Yeah. It feels like that sometimes, right, Mark? For sure. It's like if you spent all your time doing that, like it would be endless, but we can do it. And let's just link up for each other as we continue this process. And
yeah.
I like it.
Of love, light, and ascension. What an amazing way to put that. I'm going to have to go outside and stomp around because I feel like I'm in the ethers right now. So blessings to you all. Thank you, Lucienne. I don't know if she's still here, but Lucienne, thank you for keeping the chat.
Yeah.
And all the moderators for keeping us safe and sound in the conversation. And also to all my beautiful members that make this totally happen. I mean, you guys, I love you so much. And thank you for your unconditional love and support. And also for all who donated today. Again, that helps us be here on Sundays. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
And blessings to you all. Love and light this week. And remember to pray for each other and all the prayer requests that came up in the chat.
Yes.
And
Yes. Your mom and Sharon's, was there anyone else besides Sharon's daughter? Your mom and Sharon's daughter?
Were sharing some other stuff, just kind of in their own.
Oh,
things
okay. Okay.
Warning,
I'll
Granny
go.
may appear on Halloween. Woo, all right.
Hey, right on.
Wait.
Excellent.
Spirit Whisper. If you guys have not experienced Granny Manny on Spirit Whisper's channel, please show up on Halloween.
She's great.
She's a hoot.
She is. All right, guys. Have a wonderful week, and know that you always have us, this group family to come to.
Yes.
Yes, that's right, Connie. We'll pray for you to find that. You find your 2000.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. That's so much money to lose.
I think she's joking.
Oh. See?
I'll find my 2002. Yeah.
I am so gullible.
My spur of the moment trip to San Diego. All right. Love you guys.
Yes.
See you all this week and next Sunday and on all the channels. Love and light.
Love you guys.
Bye. Bye.